What if I told you that reality as you know it, everyday events, casual coincidences, might be secretly connected by a force beyond time and space? Imagine you're preparing for a significant project, diving into research, but every source seems out of reach. Just as you're ready to give up, you stumble upon exactly what you need in the most unexpected place. This sounds like an unusual twist of fate, but stories like this hint at something deeper, a phenomenon Carl Jung named synchronicity. In a world where science tries to measure every cause and effect, Jung's idea of synchronicity, especially as developed alongside physicist Wolfgang Pauli, opened a daring path into the mind's influence over reality. Synchronicity is the idea that seemingly random events can align in meaningful ways, suggesting a hidden order beneath the surface of life. Jung and Pauli's collaboration brought this concept to life, intersecting psychology with quantum physics and hinting that the physical and metaphysical worlds might connect in surprising ways. Let's dive into how this powerful theory came to be, explore the story of Jung and Pauli's partnership, and consider what it means for our understanding of reality. Carl Jung, the psychiatrist and founder of analytical psychology, was fascinated by the strange coincidences he observed in his patients' lives. He noticed patterns between their inner experiences and external events that seemed too connected to be mere chance. The term synchronicity became his way of describing these meaningful coincidences. To Jung, synchronicities were more than random events. They represented moments when the inner psyche and the outer world aligned in ways that seemed to be connected beyond the typical cause-effect laws of nature. He suggested these synchronicities occurred when a person's inner psychological state resonated with their external world, creating a meaningful overlap. In developing this theory, Jung wanted to push beyond the conventional view of reality that assumes everything is random unless proven otherwise. He saw synchronicity as evidence that life might contain hidden structures where consciousness can influence the very fabric of reality. For Jung, this meant that the psyche wasn't isolated, it was part of a larger cosmic order. In the early 1930s, Jung's ideas about synchronicity caught the attention of physicist Wolfgang Pauli. Pauli was already famous for his contributions to quantum mechanics, especially his Pauli exclusion principle. His work had transformed how we understand atomic structure, but Pauli was equally captivated by the mysteries of consciousness. His interests included dreams, archetypes, and even alchemy, areas Jung had explored extensively. What began as a professional relationship soon grew into a unique intellectual partnership. Pauli became one of Jung's patients, engaging in dream analysis to explore his own psychological depths. Jung, in turn, was deeply influenced by Pauli's quantum insights. Together, they explored how the psyche and matter might be linked, aiming to understand how the mind could influence the objective world. Their collaboration blended psychology and physics in ways that were unconventional, with Pauli's insights lending scientific depth to Jung's mystical ideas. Pauli's quantum background allowed him to approach Jung's theories with a scientific lens, offering mathematical and theoretical insights that challenged Jung to expand his understanding. Quantum physics brought revolutionary ideas about the nature of reality that resonated with Jung's theories. In the quantum world, particles don't behave in predictable linear ways. Instead, they exhibit non-locality, where two particles, no matter how far apart, can instantaneously affect each other's state. This interconnectedness suggested that distance might not limit how events influence each other, a radical idea that supported Jung's views on synchronicity. Pauli saw parallels between these quantum principles and synchronicity. He proposed that just as particles could be entangled, human consciousness and external events could be linked in mysterious ways. Quantum physics, with its wave-particle duality and observer effect, aligned with the idea that the observer shapes reality. In Jung and Pauli's interpretation, the mind could be a participant in shaping events, not merely a passive observer. Synchronicity defied the classical scientific method, which rests on predictability and repetition. In standard physics, Events must follow measurable cause and effect patterns, but synchronicities arise in ways that seem purposefully timed, often coinciding with life's critical moments or choices. Jung and Pauli argued that synchronicity is not about cause and effect, but rather a kind of acausal connection, meaning the events aren't linked by physical laws, but by meaning. These meaningful coincidences have a symbolic resonance, suggesting that reality may function more like a web of interconnected events rather than an isolated chain of causes. For example, consider Anthony Hopkins' story. When he found a copy of The Girl from Petrovka on a subway seat after searching for it all day, it felt like a sign that he was on the right track. Months later, he discovered that the copy he found was the author's personal loaned copy, which had been lost. This story is a prime example of synchronicity, an event unfolding with a level of coincidence so improbable it hints at hidden connections at work. Synchronicity carries a profound emotional and spiritual impact. People often report feeling a sense of awe or mysticism when they experience synchronicity, as if the universe is aligning to communicate something directly to them. These moments invite us to look at reality through a metaphysical lens, suggesting that what we think, feel, or desire may ripple outward, affecting the events we encounter. Through synchronicity, Jung suggested that we become aware of a larger cosmic order that connects all things. This worldview resonates with ancient teachings, where the as above, so below principle hints at a harmony between inner and outer worlds. When someone experiences synchronicity, they are in a state where their consciousness appears to merge with the universe, giving them a moment of alignment with their higher self or purpose. Jung's approach to personal growth involved learning to recognize and understand these synchronicities. He believed they offered insight into a person's life path and provided valuable guidance during crucial decisions or transitions. Synchronicities were, in a sense, signposts pointing toward choices that harmonize with one's deeper calling. Jung and Pauli's exploration of synchronicity remains relevant today, especially as scientists continue to investigate the mind's role in shaping reality. Quantum mechanics has opened doors to questions about consciousness, reality, and the nature of existence. This intersection of science and metaphysics has inspired a growing field of researchers interested in the observer effect and how consciousness may influence the physical world. Although mainstream science hasn't fully embraced Jung and Pauli's ideas on synchronicity, quantum research has continued to support theories of interconnectedness and non-locality. Physicist David Bohm, for example, proposed the concept of an implicate order, a deeper layer of reality where everything is interconnected. Bohm's ideas resonate with the principles behind synchronicity, suggesting that our reality may be a projection from a more unified, interconnected level. In popular culture, synchronicity's appeal is seen in the prevalence of angel numbers, recurring symbols, and experiences people interpret as signs from the universe. These moments encourage people to pay attention to life's symbolic language, enhancing their sense of personal meaning and purpose. Understanding synchronicity can be transformative. When you're aware of these meaningful coincidences, you begin to see life as a series of interconnected experiences that guide you toward growth. Jung advised people to pay attention to synchronicities, viewing them as messages from the unconscious mind or even from the cosmos itself. To notice synchronicities, one must cultivate an open mind and an awareness of subtle details. Keeping a journal of significant coincidences can help reveal patterns, showing where life might be guiding you. For instance, recurring numbers or symbols often carry personal significance. The act of documenting these events lets you reflect on how they shape your journey, and this awareness can lead to better alignment with your goals and inner desires. When approaching significant decisions, synchronicities may appear as confirmations, warnings, or even opportunities. For example, confirmation synchronicities provide signs that reinforce you're on the right path. Imagine planning a major life change and seeing butterflies, symbols of transformation. just when you're feeling unsure. This seemingly small sign could provide reassurance that aligns with your inner goals. The synchronicity theory developed by Carl Jung and Wolfgang Pauli challenges us to think beyond our everyday views of reality. Their work suggests that our lives may not be as random as they seem. Synchronicity invites us to consider that our consciousness could be intricately connected to existence itself, with each thought, dream, and intention extending outward, subtly influencing the reality we encounter. Today, synchronicity serves as a bridge between science and spirituality. It's a reminder that the world is not just a collection of isolated parts, but a unified whole where even the smallest events can carry profound meaning. So the next time you experience a coincidence that feels deeply significant, pause and consider. Perhaps it's more than chance, perhaps it's synchronicity in action, offering you a glimpse into the universe's hidden order, which we try to dissect in the video we leave you in the upper right section.